Hey guys, today we're going to learn how to write inequalities from word problems. Yesterday we learned how to solve and graph inequalities. Today we're going to learn how to write them. I'm going to try to make this pretty easy and go pretty quick and show you exactly what you need to pay attention. Now, yesterday you got a PDF if you're online, or maybe if you were in class, you got a worksheet that said inequality word phrases. So that is where you really want to be referring to a whole lot when you're doing what I'm doing right now. And because you won't have me talking you through it. So what we have here is just a reminder about the less than, what way that looks, less than or equal to. And this is just a reminder of you have to know what they're called. You can't depend anymore on the alligator eating the bigger number or something like that maybe you got away with being able to do in elementary school. Now you have to really understand what the signs mean. So even looking at less than and greater than, you can see that the less than is kind of like an L that's been squished. The greater than is not. It's kind of the opposite. So if you can, maybe that will help you. I don't know. Okay. So first off, I'm going to do the first one all the way through, and then I'm going to show you kind of a quick and easy thing that you can do to create these inequalities from a word problem. Number one says you need to score at least 30 points to take the lead. So of whatever, we don't know what it is. In fact, we know it's not just one number, it's a set of numbers. It's going to be represented by the variable, whatever we want. So let's just call it X. I'm just going to call it X. And then they give us the number 30. Now, this is the best way to start all of these problems. Just go ahead and put the variable down, put the number down. They're going to give you a number, and then you have to figure out what symbol will go in between. So this says at least. Okay, here's a very helpful way that I encourage kids to kind of make it work for you, that makes more sense to you, is you put yourself into the situation. For example, let's use the word at least. If you come to my house to mow the lawn and I tell you I'll give you at least $10, am I going to maybe give you $10? Yes. Will I give you more than $10? Maybe, because I said I'd give you at least. Will I give you less? No. So again, think about when you use that terminology. And so now let's focus back here at the problem. At least means I might give you the 30, and then X can be more than the 30. It can be greater than the 30. Now for the rest of these, let me just show you what I'm going to do super quick. And just so you know, you can start all of your problems like this. So you know there's going to be a variable, and this one is the number 12. You know there's going to be a variable, and the number is 60. You know there's going to be a variable, and the number is 10. So do you see how I'm starting all of them? So let's just go ahead and look at these ones that we're looking at right now. It says there are less than 12 hours. Less than 12 isn't 12, but it's less than 12. So it could be 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. So this is saying that X is less than 12. Exactly. That's probably one of the more simpler ones. This one says at most 60. Okay, so let's talk about the lawn mowing situation again. If I tell you I will pay you at the very most, or at most 60, will I pay you 61? No, because the most I will pay you is 60. Might I give you 60? Maybe so. Might I give you less? You do a crummy job. Might I give you less? Yes, because I said at the very most you're going to get 60. So X is going to be less than or equal to 60. The coupon, number 4, the coupon is good for any item that costs less than 10. So again, less than, it looks like an L that's been squunched. Let's go ahead and set up the rest. This says at least a 90. So I have X and I have a 90. There's 7 pounds. So let's X and a 7. There's 12,000 miles, X and 12,000. 18 minutes, so we have 18, so I have X and 18, 15, X and 15. 150, X, and 150. Now, the good thing about setting them up beforehand, those two things, is now you just have to focus on the term. If you don't know the term or what it means, and talking about mowing my lawn isn't helping, then look at the inequality key phrase form that you got yesterday. So a score of at least 90 means maybe 90. But at least means actually more. Again, think about it. I will give you at least $90 to mow my lawn. Might I give you more if you do a great job? Might I give you 100? Because I'm going to give you at least. So X is going to be greater or equal to 90. The baby weighed more than. So X is going to be more than the 7. The driver, there's less than. We just love those easy ones from elementary school. More than, less than. A waiting time will be 18 minutes or less. So it could be 18 minutes, which means I'm going to have that equal sign in there. Or less. So this is going to be, X will be less, the squished L. At least 15 students will sign up for the school field trip. So at least, think about mowing the lawn again. I will pay you at least $15. Might I give you 15? Maybe. Might I give you more if I'm going to give you at least 15? Maybe you're going to do a good job. So X can be greater than and equal to 15. The restaurant seats a maximum of 150 guests, a maximum. So can it fit 150 guests? Yes. So I have the equal sign there. At might it do more than that? No, you can't have more than the maximum, but it can be less. So I'm going to use the less than symbol. Now let's look at full out word problems. It says a certain cell phone company has a monthly charge of $14.99. Okay, monthly base charge. I think that's only going to happen one time. Plus 5 cents per minute. Okay. Whoops. Okay, 5 cents. We got to think about this. This is actually something that's not part of this lesson, but let's talk about it. We have $5. We have 50 cents. It's half of $1. 5 cents is 5/100ths. All right, so there's a decimal and a 0 there. So you have to keep that in mind. That's not being part of the lesson, but let's look at the rest of this. I know that's going to be a plus. I know I'm going to have this. Dwayne's monthly budget for cell phone expenses. There's your total. The total will always be a loan on the other side of the equal sign, or in this case, an inequality. That would be like the number that we circle, like we did above. How many minutes can be used without exceeding his budget? So his budget is $62.75. Can he spend more than that? No, he can't. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw some stuff out here. Let's just talk about what we did a little while ago. We're going to tackle this one at a time. So we have an X and we have $62.75. And he can spend less, or he can spend exactly that amount, but he can't spend more. So that's the symbol we're looking for. If I look here, this is the wrong symbol. And this one is also the wrong symbol. And then you can look, there's 50 cents, there's 5 cents. So we're going to go with C. So there's a lot more going on in that problem than just less than, greater than kind of thing. You had to know how to do 50 cents and 5 cents. The distance between James and his destination is at most 850. At most. So can it be 850? Yes, it can. Can it be more than 850? At most I will pay you is 850. Might I pay you more? No, it's the most, so X can also be less. So we're looking for something kind of like that. So if I look here, let's pay attention to this also. Look where the 850 is. The 850 is on this side. You can see it right here. It's on the left. So I'm going to take that inequality and I'm going to have to flip it to make it work. So let's look for, now I'm looking for a greater than equal to symbol. That's not one. That's not one. All right, so now we go back to two-step equations when we were learning how to write equations. So it says 70 miles per hour. So 1 hour would be 70, 2 hours. As soon as you see anything with per and each, that's where your variable is going to be. And 150 miles, it's one time. So you traveled that, and now it's going to be 70 miles per hour. So let's see. We want 70 to have the X on it. So there's the 70 with the X, and there's the 150. So the answer is A. So again, a lot going on some of these problems. I hope the top, though, kind of clarified just quick, fast way to set things up. But again, always be aware, we set this one up like this, but they had the 850 on the other side. So if you flip it, you have to flip the inequality, just like you did today when you were dividing by a negative or multiplying by a negative. I hope that was helpful. I have a little assignment for you. Good luck.